Today there is a lot of news from the Kharkiv direction. Intense clashes persist in the northern part of Vovchansk, with Ukrainian forces maintaining the initiative through ongoing counterattacks. In response, Russian forces are employing heavy shelling and air bombardments to counter these efforts. Firstly, Ukrainian troops have continued to advance from their stronghold in the citadel area, pushing both northward and eastward. Recent footage confirms a significant deployment of Ukrainian FPV drones, with their attacks now reaching the northern outskirts of the city. Russian forces have launched intense attacks on Ukrainian positions in the citadel area, primarily using thermobaric artillery instead of FABs. This choice is due to the proximity of Russian and Ukrainian positions in the city center and the risk of friendly fire associated with the less accurate FAB glide bombs. The unique layout of the high-rise buildings in the citadel provides a defensive advantage, with some buildings acting as shields for others, offering exceptional protection to specific structures. But the most significant recent Ukrainian advancements occurred in the eastern part of Vovchansk. Geolocated images from the Lot Assault Brigade reveal clearing operations in the Stepova Street area, leading to the countryside east of Vovchansk. The intense pressure exerted by Ukrainian troops, coupled with the complete destruction of buildings and structures, rendered it untenable for Russian forces to maintain their positions. Consequently, they were forced to retreat to trenches and fortifications in the fields at the end of Stepova Street. The footage shows Ukrainian soldiers advancing, clearing and securing houses, sheds and cellars. The intensive use of assault rifles and grenades indicates the continued presence of some Russian troops. The advance was coordinated by a commander using a reconnaissance drone for observation. At one point, Ukrainian soldiers were alerted to two Russian soldiers seeking shelter in a nearby house. The Ukrainians took cover and immediately deployed two FPV drones, neutralizing the Russian soldiers. Additionally, soldiers from the 36th Marine Brigade executed remarkable counterattack operations in the area. Recent geolocated images show an assault on the outskirts of Vovchansk in the fields just beyond Stepova Street. Following the successful operation by the Lyud Brigade, which secured Stepova and adjacent streets, Ukrainian forces could safely operate in the fields without the threat of a Russian attack from the urban area. The assault began with a drone-launched grenade attack, catching the Russian soldiers completely off guard and forcing them to seek cover. Simultaneously, Ukrainian Marines rapidly advanced toward the fortifications and launched their assault. They systematically cleared the dugouts using grenades and assault rifle fire, all coordinated by a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone. Complete uncensored footage of the operation can be found on our Telegram channel via the link in the description. The goal of the Ukrainian forces in this area is to advance northeast and link up with Ukrainian troops progressing from the Tiki area to push out the Russian forces dominating the hill. A topographic map reveals two contiguous elevated areas between the eastern part of Vovchansk and the Tiki settlement. Securing these elevated positions is essential for any Ukrainian operation in the region. Without control of these heights, Russian forces would have a significant advantage, able to undermine any Ukrainian movement. Once these positions are secured, Ukrainian forces could expand north and east, potentially encircling the inner city of Vovchansk and trapping the Russian forces in a pocket. Crucially, it is much easier for Ukrainian troops to build up and maneuver forces, including mechanized units from the area south of Tiki. This route is preferable to moving through the urban center of Vovchansk, where there is a higher concentration of Russian forces and greater challenges in crossing the Vovcha River, especially for armored vehicles. As if that weren't enough, the 36th Marine Brigade followed their assault operation with a nighttime grenade drop attack on retreating Russian forces in a nearby position. This maneuver aimed to capitalize on the momentum of the Ukrainian advance and further weaken Russian defenses. The ultimate goal is to dislodge Russian forces from the hills and secure control of the elevated positions. Footage shows Marine Brigade drone operators using night vision cameras to locate and attack Russian troops. Intercepted Russian radio conversations revealed the desperation of the soldiers unable to find a safe moment to flee. The following day, new images captured the complete devastation inflicted on the Russian troops. Overall, Ukrainian forces have made substantial advances in the eastern part of Vovchansk, deploying elite assault units to initiate the battle for control of the strategic high ground. Both sides recognize the critical importance of this area. If the Ukrainians succeed in reclaiming these positions, they will be able to escalate operations within the city, potentially leading to the collapse of Russian positions in Vovchansk and, by extension, the end of the Russian offensive in the Kharkiv region. If you're against the invasion of Ukraine and you want to support the work that I am doing, consider making a purchase in the online store UA Supporter. Here you can find a lot of products with Ukrainian symbols to not only show your support for this channel, but also for Ukraine. The link to the online store is in the description. Thank you for watching this report, and I will see you in the next one.